All right, y'all, we got us some of Popeye's chopped spinach. Y'all know he's the Popeye the Sailor Man. I wonder if the Sailor Man likes some sour cream. We're gonna just scoop out about half of this cream, or sour cream, not cream cheese, silly Kira. All right, we got about half of that, and I'm gonna give it a quick stir. And y'all, on the spinach, it was just one of the like regular size cans, and y'all don't have to drain it because what we're doing today, we're making us something that's gonna just need that moisture and need that liquid, and you're not gonna be sorry, I promise that. Got some whipped chive cream cheese, and y'all, it can 100% be regular cream cheese or the block cream cheese. They had a buy one get one on this flavor, so I decided let's give it a try. But normally it would just be the regular cream cheese that, you know, at least if it's softened, you need it softened up a little bit. Gonna just kind of mash that on in here, get that going. All right, don't worry, we need ourselves some mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna sprinkle about, we're gonna do about half the bag right there. That might be a little more than half, but that's okay, y'all. We're just gonna get it in there and mixed up. Make sure we've got all that we need. But you know what? I don't think this dip is gonna be a dip without minced garlic, okay? About 1 tablespoon and a half tablespoon. I think that's gonna fluff it out real nice. And I know I should be cooking my own bacon, but y'all, this is as good as it gets. I'm telling you, it is basically some real bacon. Ooh, don't want that. But y'all can see those little, you know, crinkles. It's not, nothing's uniform. It's just kind of all over the place, and that's exactly how I like it. Gonna add some chives. This is just the dried up kind because, y'all, I was trying to see if it flipped open, but it don't. But y'all, I could not find fresh chives, so I had to resort to this right here. And I'm just doing chives to kind of bring out the flavor in that cream cheese. You know, we're gonna make it nice and easy. All right, gonna get my whisk. And y'all, it's time for us to just whisk this on up. Make sure all that, everything is incorporated with each other, because this is going to be the hit to the party, back to school, you know, Christmas. I mean, shoot, the holidays coming right up, y'all. They gonna sneak up on us. I know they are. Okay, we got this nicely mixed up. So y'all, we're gonna take this to the side, bring it in 5-quart Dutch oven. Y'all can also just use a regular stovetop pan if you'd like. But we're gonna get this, I went ahead and sprayed this a little bit, but we're gonna get all of this dip inside this Dutch oven. Oh, y'all, this smells so good already. I feel like I'm at the Chili's, waiting on that spinach artichoke dip. Okay, let's get this up and going. Yes! Woo! Gonna just kind of even it out a little bit down here at the bottom. And then y'all, I'm taking the rest of my mozzarella cheese and we're gonna try sprinkle it on top a little bit. Get us a nice crust going so we can get this dip in the oven. Gonna make sure that's all spread out nicely. Perfect. We're gonna get this lid put on here. Get this ready to go in the oven. While that's cooking, we're gonna chop us up some bread so we have something to dip it in with. All right, now to go along with our dip, we're getting a nice fresh French roll. Gonna take me a knife and I'm just gonna cut it down the middle so I can at least make it more, you know, able to mess with. And we're just gonna start cutting some thin slices for us to start getting ready for that dip. All right, I'm finishing up, and I've only done the half piece. I still have the whole other half, But y'all, I'm gonna make sure that I have enough room on my baking sheet. That way, let's get this out there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, bring in our baking sheet. I went ahead and put some parchment paper on there. And I'm just gonna place these beautiful slices of bread right on here. And that way we can get us some good toasted bread for our dip. But what would bread be without a little bit of olive oil? So we're gonna not be fancy here. We're gonna just kind of go for it. Ready? There it is. Woo! All right. Good enough for me? Oh wait, let's get some of that guy. Perfect. Okay. Now, these are ready to go in the oven, 350 for about 10-15 minutes while that dip is cooking. All right, y'all. These have been out the oven and I want y'all to hear something. Listen to this. Ready? Look at that crunchy, crispy. That is going to be so perfect and just what we need. So I got this, we're going to just ignore my dishwasher mishap. And we're going to place these right on in here. Because we're setting up for a little gathering here at my house. That's just going to have to go in there like that. All right. I got some of these artisan crackers. Some fancy crackers, I like to call them. And we're gonna just kind of get them all lined up nicely right in here, just like that. And that way we have the perfect goodies to dip our dip in. All right, y'all, we've let this out the oven and I'm ready to see it. Woo! Look at that dip. I am so excited. I'm just gonna have to take a bite. We're gonna get one of our little breadsticks. Let's get us a nice, oh, look at that cheese, y'all. Whew. We're gonna let it cool down before we bite into it. All right, cheers. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Mmm.